I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Uncle Mike, I just clicked on a video about the ultimate Harry Potter rope drop. Why am I looking at you in a hotel room? Why don't I see you at the gate in the morning? You're in your hotel room at night. Well, because rope drop isn't just a time to go to the parks. Rope drop is a state of mind. It requires preparation and discipline. So we're going to talk about it. So rope drop starts the night before. A couple things. You got to have a plan. You got to be ready. You got to know what you're wearing in the morning, right? You've got to know what time early park admission is. So tomorrow morning, it's at 8 o'clock. You know that by checking the app, which tells me I need to be in City Walk 7:15, 7:25 at the latest and be in line. Now, luckily this week we do have, or this month, we have our own pass holder entrance, which might shave off a few minutes. But every moment counts because you want to be able to get to Hagrid's before it starts showing that 70-minute wait. You want to keep walking until you're, at least in the back and forth room after the pre-show. You don't want to stop walking while you're still outside. So a couple things you need to do. Step one, be prepared. Set your alarms, get up, know what you're wearing tomorrow, right? And let me tell you, if it doesn't fit in your fanny pack, don't bring it. Because going to hit the lockers, that could take valuable minutes off of your rope drop. So that souvenir refillable cup, come get that at lunchtime. If it doesn't fit in the fanny pack that you get to take on the ride, it ain't coming with you. So that's, you got to have your clothes laid out. Take a shower the night before. That way when you wake in the morning, you just take that quick rinse, fix your hair, wash the sleep out of your eyes, put on the clothes that you have laid out and ready to go. Make sure it matches. Make sure you're looking good for you to get that picture on Hagrid's. And that's what you got to do. So we're going to pick this video up tomorrow morning when I get up for rope drop. Then we'll be out at the gates. And then we'll take you through my whole magical morning and how I do the ultimate Harry Potter rope drop. See you in the morning.
Rope drop? Rope drop? It's time for rope drop. You ready? Let's go.
All right, so we're off the water taxi, heading to rope drop. We are about 10 minutes behind the schedule I would like to be on, but we do have the pass holder entrance. Hopefully that'll come up clutch. And we'll make that beeline to Hagrid's. So it is 7:30, almost right on the dot right now. Like I said, I do like to be here a little bit earlier than this, but it should be all right. All right, so we've made our way over to the pass holder entrance. And yeah, we're a little farther back than I would like to be. There have been times where I've been right up at the gate, but that's okay. We should still be getting in pretty quick using this entrance, and then we'll make that beeline to Hagrid's. All right, it's 7:45 and they started letting people in. Line's moving pretty smoothly. Pass holder line usually does. We tend to know where our things are and have them out. I don't see much movement from the regular line yet, so hopefully we're getting a little head start as pass holders. All right, so we're gonna go scan in, and then we'll pick you up as we get closer to Hagrid's. All right, so we're almost to the bridge in Seuss Landing. That's where they are gonna check our credentials, make sure we're qualified for early park admission. All right, heading through the Seuss Landing part.
Now here's where the fanny pack makes all the difference. We don't have to go to a locker. So you can see a lot of people veering off to go put their backpacks and side slings in a locker. We're just gonna walk right through. So the sign said 35-minute wait. So it's 7:57 right now. Let's see what time it is when we get off. So the carts that are going by are empty. So they haven't even loaded the first people yet. So I think rope drop's going pretty well for us so far. Now I usually judge how well it's going by at what point we stop walking. And so far we're still walking. And we're coming up on Hagrid's Hut. Fun fact, I don't know if you all know this, but this building is actually in the Hogwarts Legacy game. As is this wonderful mermaid mural right here at the entrance. All right, we're heading in. Oh, that air conditioning feels good. All right, so we just made it through the egg room. This is going pretty good. Heading into the kind of underground bits, the tunnels, the little claustrophobic part. I don't mind that we're moving right through it. Heading into Hagrid's workshop now.
Not sure the blast-ended Scroots go for, but they're thriving. Been trying a few different things. I got ants' eggs and frogs' livers and a bit of grass snake. Just trying them out the beach.
So that we can be sure to get all students through today's lesson.
All right, we're now in the second set of
Please keep up with
caves.
the students ahead of you.
We are moving.
For your safety, please stay off railings, trees, curbs, and any of Hagrid's items lying around. If you have any questions...
All right, we're in the room before the loading area, so it's time to put the camera away. Okay, that was an amazing rope drop. It's 8:11. We're already off. We already had our pictures, and it's already showing as a 90-minute wait. So park's been open for 11 minutes. We've already got Hagrid's out of the way. So now we're going to move on with the rest of our ultimate Harry Potter rope drop morning. So right now we're just meandering through Hogsmeade Village a little bit because, as I said, rope drop's actually going a little bit better than anticipated. So our next step is going to be to get on the Forbidden Journey, which doesn't even open for about another 15-20 minutes. It opens up at 8:30. So here's, now that we got Hagrid's out of the way, we're going to go Forbidden Journey. Then we're going to hop the train over to Diagon Alley, have some breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron, Gringotts, and maybe take in a show. So right now we're heading over to Hogwarts Castle, so we can kind of be in line right when the Forbidden Journey opens up. It's a great morning. Thanks for coming with me. All right, so once again, I had to take someone that my camera does come apart and fit in my bag. That's okay, we're heading in now, and we're gonna flip the camera on because there's a lot of great stuff in the queue. And because we're like second people in line, we just take our time and meander through. But let's flip it around and check it out.
Good morning. Welcome to Hogwarts. Please watch your steps below.
All right, so there's like one of the grates from the Chamber of Secrets. There's the Humpback Witch, whose back opens up to allow Harry to sneak to Honeydukes. Really can't see it from this line, but that's Snape's office back there. If I lean the camera out, you can get a look. All right. And there's Potion's classroom right there. Down here in the dungeons. All right, now we're heading outside. Something's covered up there. I forget what's supposed to be there. Is that where the fort is? That might be where the fort is. The Fort Anglia that famously Ron's father bewitches into a flying car. Something's definitely covered up over there. Okay. I mean, I'm literally the first person in line, guys. Like, I have never had a rope drop go this smoothly. I'm glad that's what we're getting for this video. All right, we're heading up towards herbology now, in the greenhouses.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce that Harry Potter's Forbidden Journey has returned to normal operation. We apologise for the delay and thank you for your patience.
Now, the line isn't really taking us there, but over there are the potted mandrakes. All right, now we're heading back into the school. And there's the famous statue of the architect with the badger, the raven, which is supposed to be an eagle, the lion, and back there is the snake. And here's the house points counters. The griffin that leads us to Dumbledore's office. Now that tapestry there was actually in the movies, and if you play Hogwarts Legacy, you'll see it there too. And here's the portraits of the founders.
This year, my friends, is the Queen. Indigenous to Australia. A single sting causes dizziness and levitation. Allow me to give.
All right, now we're going to be heading over to Dumbledore's office.
Proud to have Harry Potter in your house.
Things can be a little unpredictable. During your visit,
The Pensieve.
ghosts, house elves, giants, and apparently, as of this morning, a dragon.
That exceptionally dead. It's a ghost. First thing we cracked the classroom fire. Right at the next thing to teach, left his body behind.
He's still very sound on history though.
That was a load of bogus. We can enter the classroom through the blackboard. Anyway, we thought you might rather watch a game of Quidditch than listen to Ben's, but we'll have to sneak you out of the castle and down to the pitch, and we reckon the best way of doing that was to fly you there.
All you have to do is follow me to the room of requirement, and I'll manage it from there. Of course, we'll need a bit of magic. A charm I learned from a world-class Quidditch player.
Hermione's famous for its magic.
Yes. Resurgence Recantor.
What's just about to do it? Remember, meet Hermione in the room of requirement.
See? That wasn't so bad, was it though?
Not as bad as being in this club with you. Keep your voices down, build your heroes.
All right, so we did stop to take a look at the Golden Trio. And here's where we enter the Gryffindor common room with the fat lady. Cupboards, bulletin boards. All right, and as we're starting to approach the sorting hat, it's time to put the camera away, so I'll see you guys after the ride. All right, so it's 8:45. We've already got Hagrid's and the Forbidden Journey out of the way. This has been one of the best rope drops I've ever had as far as timing goes. We're making our way through it. So the next stop is going to be, we're going to take the Hogwarts Express over to Diagon Alley, which again doesn't even open for another 15 minutes or so, and get ourselves some breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron. Let's go. All right, so it looks like our timing continues to be right on point, as they have just opened up the queue just as I've walked over here. So yes, we're having pretty much one of the smoothest rope drop experiences ever. Gotta have our ticket out, because you do need a park-to-park pass to be able to ride the Hogwarts Express. We have a 3-park preferred pass, so we can, here we go, and scan it in. There we go. Now this is kind of a long walk from where you get on to where we actually get to the train. This is my first time riding it since they updated Hermione's voice. I don't know if you guys know, but the original Hermione track was terrible, sounded nothing like Emma Watson at all. And they did re-record it, I want to say earlier this year or late last year, but this is my first time riding the Hogwarts Express, I think, since HHN last year. So this is going to be our first time with the new voice, and hopefully the reviews are going to be positive. So this part, we're actually behind the old Sinbad Theater. Kind of weird, you know, the stage is still dressed in there. I don't know why they don't just bring that show back, or maybe put like a good Harry Potter stage show in there or something. But obviously when they're done with Epic Universe, they're going to be doing something with that Lost Continent, because right now it's kind of lost space with a kebab stand in a good restaurant. But yeah, I think it's kind of neat. You get to scroll right behind that theater. Again, because it's early morning, all the back and forths are closed off. But it is still kind of a long walk to get from the station entrance to the train. All right, so the train has pulled in. It is 8:56, so we've already ridden Hagrid's, ridden Forbidden Journey, and we're about to hop the Hogwarts Express over to Diagon Alley. We're making really good time. All right, so there you have it. Hogwarts Express from Hogsmeade to Diagon Alley. We're now leaving platform 9 3/4. Actually, not Diagon Alley, King's Cross Station. So we're actually going to come out in the London area of the park and still have to go through the brick wall to enter Diagon Alley, which literally just opened 6 minutes ago. So I am starving after a rope drop, getting up really early, getting through the park, getting on Hagrid's, getting on the Forbidden Journey, having to ride on Hogwarts Express. I'm ready for some breakfast. And there's only one place for that, the Leaky Cauldron. Now here's a little tip from Uncle Mike. King's Cross Station has some of the best air conditioning in the park. If you ever are like in the London area and you're dying of heat, just stand in the opening. You don't even have to come all the way in. You'll cool off in a minute and it'll feel a lot better. All right, before we head into Diagon Alley, I always like to point out here is the London side of the entrance of the Leaky Cauldron, right? A door that muggles will just walk right past. Looks just like the sign from the movie. And also you've always got the phone booth there, Dial Magic. And then through the bricks and into Diagon Alley we go. first stop is going to be breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron.
Well, not
All right, so since my last visit, there's been a little bit of a change. This place has gone to mostly mobile order. However, since I was using a gift card, they did let me order counter service. Food came really quick, quicker I think than it used to. But in the old method, when you sat down, you actually brought your beverage with you. My beverage hasn't come yet. I'm sure it'll be quick. You've got all the breakfast at the Leaky Cauldron and the 3 broomsticks come with a free full-size beverage. A lot of people get the butterbeer, but I'm here to tell you the Otter's Fizzy Orange is probably the best of the breakfast drink options. A lot of times after I'm done, if it's cold, like if I'm here in February, I'll go get a hot butterbeer at the Fountain of Fair Fortune. But yeah, let's dig in. All right, so the drink did show up. I'm only a couple bites into my breakfast. Got the Otter's Fizzy Orange. So good. It's orange juice, maybe some Sprite, a little vanilla maybe mixed in. A little cinnamon sugar rim. It's really unbeatable. All right, so it's a little after 9:30. We've just finished our breakfast. We had the American breakfast with an Otter's Fizzy Orange. And we're going to head over to Gringotts now, which will be the last ride of our ultimate Harry Potter Wizarding World rope drop. So Gringotts is the Wizarding Bank. It's got a great simulator ride inside. It's kind of part roller coaster, although it really doesn't go that fast. Part screens. There's Goblin statue out front. Oh no! The ride is delayed. So I guess we'll meander around Diagon Alley a little bit, poke our head in some shops, maybe catch a show.
Brother, who was a combative man asked
Is long, with her phoenix, tail, feather, core.
All right, looks like Gringotts has opened back up. So we're gonna complete our Harry Potter rope drop morning. It was nice we got to delay a little bit. You know, in the last half hour we checked out a bunch of shops, saw the Ollivander show, and we're none the worse for wear. Now, even though I am a single rider, we're gonna go through the regular queue. Enter stranger, but take heed of what awaits. The sin of greed. For those who take but do not earn must pay most dearly in their turn. So if you seek beneath our floors a treasure that was never yours, thief, you have been warned, beware of finding more than treasure there. So in my opinion, this is one of the best made queues in the history of theme park rides. The details of the bank, the chandeliers, the goblins, and they're all working, you know, they're all moving. They're not just static mannequins, they're all, you know, animatronics to some degree. Whoa, extreme close-up. Yeah, I really love this queue. It's Stacks of wizarding money, galleons, sickles, and canuts, paperwork, ink wells out for the customers to use.
Will be escorted to the vaults. Well, that's all.
All right, so we're in the second part of the queue where you can get a peek into some Gringotts vaults. Heading down to the hallway of offices, we actually see a little piece play out from the Deathly Hallows movie. So don't forget, this ride actually takes place during the Gringotts raid in the Deathly Hallows movies. So if you haven't seen them, you should. It'll make the ride make a whole lot more sense. All right, so now we're heading into the hall with all the offices. And they used to, see those green screens, they used to actually give you the opportunity to have a Gringotts bank ID made. I don't think they do that anymore. So we got some copies of the Daily Prophet, Harry Potter, Desirable, Undesirable #1, Dumbledore's Dark Secret, Mudbloods and the Dangers They Pose. So you can tell this is definitely during the point in the movies where Voldemort and his people have taken control, and it's even taken over the Daily Prophet and the news, and I guess to some extent Gringotts, even though it is the safest place on Earth.
What was that? The Weasley's Wildfire Whiz-Bangs. Fireworks from my brother's friend George.
So that was pre-show #1. Pre-show #2 is actually the lift ride, or as we say in the States, the elevator ride. I'm going to be putting the camera away because after that's a quick walk to the actual carts. But I'm going to give you a tip. When you get on the elevators, you want to be able to look kind of towards the back left corner. That's where you're going to see the interesting things. So position yourself where you can see the back left corner. And if you can be somewhere where you're actually holding on to one of the handles, that can make the ride more fun too. We'll see you after the ride. All right, so we just had a great run through on Gringotts. We actually got front row. It was a lot of fun. So it's actually just right now a little bit before 11. Now, don't forget, we had a little bit of downtime because Gringotts was delayed. But 11 o'clock, and we've pretty much knocked out the Wizarding World. Not much left to do now, except for maybe check out Celestina Warbeck and the Banshees, or maybe a show from Beetle the Bard. Maybe get a little ice cream over Florian Fortescue. But that's going to wrap up our ultimate Harry Potter rope drop. Hope you had as much fun as I did, and we'll see you next time. Keep having amazing adventures.